Hello. All right. This is one of my favorite healing journeys to do. One of my favorite healing we'll call it a journey. So it's retrieving pieces of your soul is the whole basis of it. So the idea is that there are moments in your life that a piece of your soul will go, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. This is not my thing. And so it can be traumatic situations like accidents and some really scary events that have happened in your life. And it can also be some real emotional moments in your life. But yeah, there are times in your life where a piece of your soul just goes, I don't want to deal with this anymore, and I'm just going to go somewhere else. And so this journey, I guess it's been known as a shamanic journey. I call it a soul pieces journey. It's a journey that you take in your mind to go retrieve this piece of your soul. And I find that I learn so much about myself and what I've been through on these journeys. Okay, so the first thing I find is that you need your animal guide to go with you. There's a beautiful book, Soul Retrieval by Sandra Ingerman, I think it's called. Let me just bring it up. Yeah, hey, I got it right. Soul Retrieval by Sandra Ingerman. So that's one of the books I read, and I think I absorbed it in like 48 hours and just went, oh, this is amazing. And so she gives you a lot more in-depth information about where you're traveling as a part of these and some of the processes you can go through. But I'm just going to share you what I've learned and what works for me and see what you pick up. Okay, so I use an animal guide, and so I found that I kind of closed my eyes and just sort of visualized my animal guide next to me. And it was huge, it was massive, and I was kind of like, what is that? And it was a whale. And so I visualize, close my eyes, find a quiet space where you're not going to get interrupted, and visualize hopping on the back of my whale, and then just kind of really relaxing and seeing where it takes you. So I've had ones where it's taken me up, flying up the side of a mountain, to like a precipice, I think it's called, where you're like in the middle of nowhere, or deep down into the ocean or up into the space. So it can take you, regardless of the fact that it's a whale, it can take you wherever it desires. And so I find that I relax, I'm on the back of my whale, and I just see where it takes me. So sometimes it'll go in swirls, sometimes it'll go up and down, sometimes it'll just dive deep, and then it drops me off somewhere. And I'm like, okay, where am I? So it has been in the middle of the ocean, it has been on an island, in the bottom of a hole, so a whole heap of different places. And when I get there, I find that there is there is always a piece of me there. But it doesn't feel like a piece of me. It feels like, I kind of think of it like a little animal. I kind of think of it like a little wisp of me that is generally not very happy, generally quite sad, or sometimes it's happy but just doesn't want to leave. And we have to negotiate. I have to have this negotiation with this part of my soul and go, what is it? No, I don't say what is it, because it is there because there's something that it's not happy about. And so I'm just trying to think of an example that I can give you. Yeah, like I found that the one where like I was going up a mountain, and I was like on the side of a mountain, and I'm climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, and then I get to the top of the mountain, and there's like rock cliffs that I'm just climbing till I got to this very like those little tiny cliffs that are out in the middle of nowhere. And it was like a little piece of my heart that sounds like a song, a little piece of my heart now, baby, that it just went, you know what, I'm safe here, I don't have to deal with people, this is an awesome place to hang out, I don't see why I have to go back. And I was sitting there going, don't you miss interacting? It's like, no, I'm good here. And so I find I have this conversation where I am showing it how much beauty there is that they're missing out on because they've chosen this, and how that they don't have to be there anymore, that they can come back. So it generally gets to the stage where I'm like, and I've convinced them to come back with me, and so we hop on the back of my whale, my beautiful whale, and I find that it's at this point that my little wisp of a soul changes from, like a wisp, to a beautiful, beautiful woman who's kind of reclaimed a bit of herself, and we take the journey back to me, and I bring that piece of me back to me, and it's a self-healing journey, but it's beautiful, and I just love the places you can be taken that you never expected, and you can see how, majority of the time you can see which situation probably sent this little piece of your soul back. Not that you have to, it's not important at all, but there's that there's that real joy of being able to heal yourself and being able to reclaim parts of you back. So that is a little soul piece journey, or a shamanic journey, whatever you want to call it. And just, you can do it in a bath, you can do it before you go to bed. Actually, I have to say, whether you go on a shamanic journey or whether you just go for a ride, that is a really awesome way to go to sleep too, is on the with your animal totem. And so we all have different animal totems, so it might be like, sometimes I've gone with a dolphin, sometimes I've gone with a rabbit. So you'll find that you'll have your own animal that pops up for you, and it'll be something that you just go, oh yes, like, work on the basis that whatever pops into your mind, you are probably on the right track, more than likely, most definitely on the right track. So have a soul peace journey, and let us know what unfolds for you. It's really interesting hearing other people's journeys and what they were able to discover and reclaim a bit of your soul back, and have fun.